Hey guys, this is Man Shark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Europa Universalis IV, and this is Millennia in the Making, episode 306. We're France, we're the ever-present Emperor or Empress of the Holy Roman Empire. Things are going fine. It's all good. We're at war, just with Afghanistan and Gujarat. We're dealing with those as, as the time comes. We've got a little bit of a war down here, proxy war if you will. Pegu is attacking Ayutthaya for land. Hopefully they take a fair amount of it. And we're pretty much truced out with everything else. So let's get underway. And we're having, cowardly natives attack us. One thing we're going to do is take... Where are we? Take this guy out of there. And put him in, say, this province down here. All good. When we get out of war, we're going to have a few other things that we can do. I believe we've almost finished fabricating all of our claims on England. Excuse me. The main problem is this overextension, particularly with Samara. I do not want to spend 300 administrative points just to core that place. So I've got a plan. Okay, that's Gujarat done. Now, with Gujarat, we could take all of our land, but it's going to be expensive to core because these provinces are 6 and 5 base tax. So that's fairly expensive considering they've got that bullshit modifier. I don't want them as an annexed province. We're going to make them a vassal. And just to check, are they Protestant? They're Protestant. Good. So that's going to put us over our diplomatic limit. For the moment, I am completely fine with that. We've got so much diplomatic power already, it's fine. So now we're just waiting on our allies up here in Hotan to actually take that province. And Rousseau has published the social contract, which means we get 10 admin power and 10 prestige. Perfect. And some money. One of our generals has died, so we better hire a new one. We've just got enough to hire a new one. And 4442, not bad. I believe it was this fellow here, so we'll just put him back in there. Why not? He's going to be useful in the future, isn't he? Okay, our guy was found in Turkey fabricating claims. Now we can lose 33 prestige or 1 stability. For prestige. We'll get that back so quickly. Okay, our war in Afghanistan is over. So let's sue for peace. They do not have that bullshit core and cost thing, so we're just going to annex a lot of it. Because that will also let us fabricate a claim on Karkan here. So as you can see, that has put us above. What we're going to do is just wait for the month to tick over, and we'll take the 48 Costa. There we go, and we'll wait for the 24. It's not going to be an issue. What is an issue though is that 300 cost. So that is this province right here. To fix this, what we're actually going to do is release Volga Bulgaria as a vassal nation. Now, Volga Bulgaria at the moment will not be part of a HRE. It will count towards our diplomatic relations cap. I don't want that to happen. What I've managed to do though is work out that Kazan here is the potential capital. You can see that in the last line of the first paragraph of the tooltip. It's the potential capital of Volga Bulgaria should it be formed. We'll make it part of HRE. We'll do the same with Simbirsk here. I believe that those are the only 2 provinces that we can still do that to, because Samara would have to be cored itself. So let's just recheck that. Yep, potential capital of the nation. So now we're going to see if this actually works. Are we still... Yeah, we're still propping up admin power. The only issue here is we have to find it in a fucking list. This list is not in alphabetical order. And I honestly don't know any way to get it in. Okay, so Volga, Bulgaria will get Voronezh, Tambov, Saratov, etc. Orkney is the pain in the ass one that they'll get. Sibir, Kazan, yep. And we don't want to play as them, so just... Oh, they'll also get Feronia up the top of Britain. I'm fine with that. Like a phoenix, Volga, Bulgaria has risen. We get 20 imperial authority from that. So yes, they're part of the HRE. You can see them just in here. They oppose the Renovati Imperii, but that'll go away at some point. Your opposition is as fleeting as something else. They may try and integrate Samara in. More importantly though, it's no longer on our list. And they have not counted towards our diplomatic relations. We're still 1 point over. I'm thinking... We can't do this right now because we don't have the correct... Yeah, that'll only cost us 52 diplomatic power. It'll piss off our other vassals, but that doesn't matter. So, send a guy to improve relations. Turkestan think we're their rival, so let's see if we can rival Turkestan. We do have a free rival slot, and it's either Kannada or Turkestan. Turkestan it is. Done. That gives us better claim fabrication on them, I think. That's part of a spy offense. And it will let us take stuff faster without claims. Solid. Okay, our guy is back. Let's see, can we send a dude to... I'm going to send the gift first. So, there we go. We are being reputation sabotaged. That is a major pain in the ass. And I know exactly who's doing that as well. It's Turkestan. It's always fucking Turkestan. I'll give him subsidies in a moment. Nope. We gotta send a guy back out to Turkestan. There we go. I think Kipchak was one we wanted next. Because we've already got claims in Tumen, Karay, and Urtesh. Now the good news there is that, geez, he got found pretty fast. The good news there is that Volga, Bulgaria, once they get back up on their feet, will help us out. And speaking of helping people out, subsidies for you, just for 10 years. Let's make it 800 bucks for each 10 years. Yeah. We converted the Heretics of 5. Okay, good. We got rid of the guy who was sabotaging our reputation. That is not a true figure. That, yeah, there we go. There we go. We are losing money, but sometimes you've got to lose money to make money. And not ask any questions. Alright, so our truces. Still got 8 years left on the Turkestan one, but Tibet is the big thing there. And you know, now that they're our rivals, we could probably smack them up fairly well. I mean, all of these are going to just... Hotan might take a bit longer. Is that a Turkestan court? It is not! Guess what, buckos? Me buckos, as it were. It's time for another war. The issue there is that we're kind of trying to make Culm integrate as fast as possible. You know what? Fuck it. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Tibet. Done. Now at war with Turkestan. That's absolutely fine. Let's move that guy in there. Move that guy in there. They're probably going to take attrition losses, but fuck it. They're fine. You can come up to there for the moment. You hop into there and defeat that army. You head into Kipchak. Are you guys actually in provinces that need armies? Yeah, you are. You head down to there. You head down to there. And you head down to that one. And you know what? You, because of that, can now head into Uzkund. Okay, and I think that's pretty much the army. I want to bolster relations down here. It's really pointless while this guy still has an heir. Fuck it. They are trying to move out, but they will not escape. There's our general here, a 462, they've got a 5-4. 5-4, that's not bad. I mean, we'll get them, because we're fucking exceptional. Okay, we've got some rebels up north here, that's fine. Take them down. Good work, guys. Make them run. Okay, it's just given us a conquest casus belli against Pegu, but that's fine. That's just because Pegu took care of Ayutthaya for us. They're still a protectorate. So, that's that. We better go up here and just help out our dudes. Like so. I mean, again, this isn't a war that we can possibly lose. It's just a matter of how quickly we do it and what we can get out of it. Now, I'm going to maintain that diplomat in Kannada, actually. What's this? We can get more naval morale and naval maintenance. I'm pretty sure that we shouldn't really be up. The only reason why we would upgrade diplomatic tech is we'll eventually get a couple more levels of trade efficiency, as well as trade range. Global settler increase at level 32, but you know, we might need that diplomatic power during this war, and we don't exactly have a good gain of it at this point in time. So we'll keep it on hold. Okay, that's one siege complete. Are these guys going anywhere? Tashkent. They'll get out of there. Let's head on over to Samarkand. Really? I'm surprised that they would even consider attacking us there. It's in mountains, there's a river crossing. I have a general there? Bizarre. Okay, Siege of Kipchak's over, that's good news. Yeah, I don't think they've got a... Yep. So because of our siege ability and their fairly low power projection, we're just doing so much better. Okay, it's Cam in some other place. I don't care too much about actually occupying the bits of Tibet, because we're probably going to leave Tibet alone for a little bit. Well, we're not going to demand it, basically. And I'm cool with Volga Bulgaria not exactly helping us out in this particular war, but they are headed over to Tumen, so they could. Just because we only just released them, they need a bit of time to get back on their feet. It makes sense, right? Whoa, geez, we've got a little bit of jerkiness happening there. Siege of Karatag, that's excellent. So I'll send these guys down into Kharkin. Oh. Looks like Turkestan took that province. Let's take it back. We could probably assault that, but I'm not terribly concerned about it. We're doing well. If this war goes on for a little bit longer, we should have 0 overextension when we start taking things. Which will, of course, be our optimal wish. And we'll take the administrative power. Zetsu province. Yeah. They don't have an army left, speaking of. So yeah, at this point it's really just mopping up. Which, hey, you know what? I'm fine with mopping up. Siege of Uzkend. Gonna move these guys out now. Everybody else is doing their job. It's all fine. It is going to cost us a bit of diplomatic power, and there's the Highlands being part of our patrimony. So, let's see, can I integrate anything up here into HRE? I certainly can. Thank you. And with the Highlands, that means the Western Isles come into play. Perfect. And as does Aberdeen. And I don't care too much about Orkney and Verona. I do care about this one up here. I'm not going to be able to integrate the Shetlands into the HRE. That's just not happening. Oh, and I should be able to get Meath. And I think Leinster is still under the process of being cored. Yeah. So when it gets done, and off we go. Alright guys, back to the war. And once we finish off this, we'll probably have a 15-year truce with Turkestan, but our truce with Kangra ends well before that. And then we'll attack Kangra in order to attack, you know, Turkestan. Okay, that one's done, so let's just move these guys out. Are you guys moving in somewhere? Yep, good. Yeah, there's our Volga Bulgarians being nice and friendly. Good. This army doesn't really need to hang around here too much. I'm gonna send it... Oh shit, where am I even gonna send these guys? Wenshan? Doesn't really make much sense. You know what? Let's put them in Dali. We own Ming, so we can just keep them there. Siege of Korea and Khiva are done. I'm gonna send my bros to help. No, you guys can come on back here. We're done there. What about Khiva? Ah, you guys are all making good progress. I don't need to help out half the time. Sometimes I think I could just declare war and sit back. Let vassals deal with it. Khotan has converted into the appropriate place. So now we're only at 12% overextension, and that'll go away in September. And by then this war may be over. There's Uguristan. Send them up here, thank you. Yeah, Tibet is actually taking a bit more time to resist our advances because they have the defensive mentality. Which means that, well, they take a little bit longer to siege down. You guys can head back there. Take it? No, alright, don't take it, man. I'd like you guys to finish this up before we cap out diplomatic power. If you could. Ah, good, Khakan complete. They're going somewhere. Actually, we should move these guys up there, I think it was. Got a peace offer from Turkestan. They'll give us a whole ton of stuff. Nope. Good. 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 Where do these guys go? Probably back to there. Seems legit. Oh hey, and Volga Bulgaria took Urtesh by themselves. We should be able to give that to them and that'll be better for them. Is that a core of it? Yep. So that's why they're able to take it, because it's a previous core of theirs. We may also be able to give them Tumen. I'm fine with that because they're our vassal. Little rebellion in Zetsu. That may be an issue, so let's just get our guys to deal with that first before headed back that way. Okay, so I just need our guys to take Tumen up there, and they're well on task to take it. These fights down here in Tibet don't really matter too much. It's just for the sake of completion. And we're now at 0% overextension. I've got a little bit of admin power saved away to, you know, deal with these Turkestan provinces that we're going to take in a moment. Oh, that's fine. Just want these guys to finish their fight. Oh my god, come on. You got the highest possible percentage here. Come on. Oh hey, all of our colonists have arrived in various places. Now, recall. 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 Aldan got attacked. That's that one in there. They're fine. Send to there. We can't send to that one. We can send to that one, and we can't send to that one. Are there any provinces down here that we can send to? Ah, yeah, I guess. Oh wait, do we still not have part of New Zealand? Yeah, that's right. Jeez. Send. What am I thinking? Oh, and look, Brittany is actually really getting their colonial game on. I'm glad that they're our vassal, because God, I would have hated to have to do the island hop. Nope. Ah, excellent. So that's 100% against Turkestan. And we're at 999 diplomatic power, so let's see what we can do. Give Urtesh to them. It's apparently giving it to us, we must have taken that. Get him to release Afghanistan and Persia. Not particularly interested in that. Could take Tibet as a protectorate, that's not happening. Ah, good, we can get them to give that one back to Volga Bulgaria as a core. Right, I know we've got a claim on that one. Got a claim on that one down there. I've got a claim on Kipchak. Okay, so that's 49% war score and only 12% overextension. What if I were to take those? Okay, so 73 and 33. Okay, that's 104. That's too much for them. 101. Maybe if I were to do that. No, 103. You know what? We could just look through this for... There we go. Cam? Oh, that's fucking... I don't care about the ones which are in Tibet. Maybe. Jesus, Samarkand's expensive. Sazak, Tabriz, Tashkent, Turkestan itself. You know what we might do? Leave off the expensive out-of-town provinces, except for these three over here, because I just want those three for the sake of having them. And then, what about Kulob? How much is that worth? Not too much. Okay, we'll have Kulob because that'll let us do claims on these ones here. No, we won't. I want to just look through here for the cheap-ass provinces that are all like 3% overextension. Okay, that's too much already. Now what if I get rid of that one? Take that one, 102. Get rid of that one, 95. He's got nothing there worth 5%. But then I'll be able to fabricate claims on all of those. All of these. Pretty much everything except Samarkand, Khujand, and Kakend. And of course his capital. What if I were to do that though? Maybe get rid of that. Care about that. Because that separates his capital from these provinces, which makes them may make them overseas provinces. It's only 48% overextension. The aggressive expansion doesn't impact us too much. And it puts us in a position where we probably need 3 more wars, which we honestly have the time for. Done. Thank you, my friend. Coring first. 48%. I'm going to cancel that 6% and take on that 6%. There we go. And all of these places are only going to be a year converting, so let's get on converting the ones that we weren't coring. Sorted. Okay, and how are the supply limits? Utter shit. Of course. Well, we'll just hold off for a bit. Not doing well, Turkestan, are you? Okay, and Gujarat would like royal marriage with us. I'm fine with that because Gujarat is already a relationship-taking vassal. So that's cool. Also on the cards. How are we doing over here? We're almost there. Assuming we don't get sabotage reputationed in the next, I don't know, month or two? Which, honestly, we probably will, won't we? We should be able to get Culm on song. Oh, we do need to send a guy back to Turkestan to fabricate claims a little bit. Okay, so let's put one in on Nadim. Okay, and when does our truce run out with Canada? Jesus, 11 years. We'll be at war with Turkestan again before Kangra. That's how stupid that is. Right. And next one, it's going to piss off everybody else, but fuck everybody else. Done. And now I can pull the guy out from relationship improving with them. We don't have a positive opinion of Canada, let alone them with us. German patriots. Of course, these guys need to hop out of there. These guys can go in. No. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah, pull our guys out of these various places in Tibet. Alright, So we're just waiting, what, 8 years was it? 6 years. 6 years until our truce with Kangara is gone. And then that'll let us declare war on Turkestan again. While we get our cores converted. And of course let the religious do their thing. We can totally stop subsidies into Culm. Hold on a moment, what's this? A little bit of a peasant problem in Auvergne. Let's deal with that for our friends. More German patriots rose up in Khiva, etc, etc. Can we actually just sit there? That'd be nice if we could do that. We probably can't. That's fine. Oh, we actually lost a claim down here on Kannada. No, we didn't. That's their capital, isn't it? Yeah, so in our first war of Kannada, we probably could take all of that. I actually have an idea of how to deal with Kannada. They don't actually have a lot of this stuff in the middle is very low base tax. So what I'm going to try and do is take as much of it as possible that we kind of reduce them down to the point of wanting to be a vassal. Oh hey, we could also pass the Renovate Imperii, but we're not going to do that right now. We have just integrated Culm, so that should put us, yep. And it will also, of course, have pissed off all of the other dudes. Yeah, total of minus 55 relations with everybody. Just because it was a HRE vassal that we integrated. Not concerning. Do you have any rebels up here in Turkestan? I don't think you do you? No, no rebels to support. Tibet has some rebels to support Zhao nationalists. In Yunnan. Is that this one in here? Yeah. I don't particularly want them to do that, but I would like to fabricate some claims on Tibet. Just in case. Amdo up north. Get on it. And when diplomatic tech comes up again for renewing it, or, you know, updating it, we will update it this time. Got nothing else to spend it on, to be quite honest. Good, good. Okay, and we'll delete this little army here. That was part of Culm. Wasn't necessary for us. Do we still have one over here for them? Yep. Okay, where were you? Stop making troops. Thank you. Delete both of those armies. Thank you very much. And our truce with Britain runs out in 8 years. We do have some wars coming up. We'll need to declare that one on Britain quite swiftly, actually, because otherwise we'll lose all the cores. We're actually going to lose a lot of the cores anyway, just because of the whole truce thing. Still, we've got diplomatic power to burn. Canada still have a shit air. We're going to have to go to war with them. The total revolt size is now 42, so I'm going to send a guy over there to get on that. Some revolutionaries. Turkestan are having some rebel issues, that's good. Kipchak and Korea are part of our province. Sorry, patrimony. I'm just gonna check something here. Really, guys? Good, some heretics have been converted. That means we can core some places. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we'll be able to convert one of those, and the next one will come along when we have a few more months pass by. Alright, our guy was found while sabotaging rebels, or supporting rebels. Yeah. We're just gonna have to attack them when the time comes. Now see, this is interesting. The Kaiser of Great Britain, 55 years old, has no legal heir. Currently, if there is a monarch death, if he died, they'd just get a random family. A British noble would succeed to the throne. We can't make a royal marriage with him. And honestly, I'm not too concerned about that, because his remaining provinces, apart from Lothian and Northumberland, probably don't have a lot of base tax between them. And Essex and London, of course. Fucking hell. What I'll try and do in the next war is try and take those 5 provinces, and then one after that we'll deal with Essex and London. I don't need to worry about a, what do you call it? Personal union or anything like that. And there we go. Now we're coring or have cored everything, and all the religions are, all the religious stuff is just working itself out. We do have one left. They're busy building an earth rampart. That's fine. Okay, we completed our claim in Turkestan, so let's get our dude back there. That was for Nadim, so let's go for... Can we do Zetsu? We can indeed do Zetsu. Get on it. There's a diplomatic tax, so we'll raise that, and then the next one will get more trade range and trade efficiency, which we're not honestly terribly concerned about right now, but hey, it'd be nice to get it. You know, eventually. And at the moment, we've got nothing to spend diplomatic power on anyway, other than buildings, perhaps. I'm not going to integrate vassals or anything like that. They want to keep this guy? Sure. No problem. And what we'll do is we'll keep on hitting Turkestan until they disappear as a nation, and then we'll hit Tibet to make them a protectorate. Like we will with Kangra, basically. Though there will be a point where we'll say, look, having a separate truce of Kangra isn't going to help us, so just release them and we'll deal with them, sort of thing. And it may happen like that. How are we doing? You've just started there, so I'm not going to pull you out just in case. Same with this one in here. Yeah, that's all fine. We've got plenty of colonies right now, so I'm not terribly concerned there. Just keep on investing that money. I would consider putting up the speed. You know what? Let's put up the speed. Just put it up to 4. A little wary of putting it... You know, maybe we could put it up to 5. Yeah, it's not really too much of a difference. From 4, that is. Look, my computer isn't the best, so speed 5, which is the unlimited speed, doesn't really do much. Where's he coming back from? Kwamdo. Where? Oh, Tibet. Right, yeah, of course. So now I might actually support those rebels in Tibet. What sort of... 13, yeah, sure. Why not? I plan on getting a new computer fairly shortly, actually, because, well, I was recently gifted a copy of Ark, the dinosaur survival game. I can't run it. Or I can run it, but I could run it on the lowest fucking settings possible, and it's not wonderful. It looks like those rebels have actually been suppressed. No problem. Heretics of Kipchak, good stuff. That's almost done, actually. Good stuff, good stuff. Some Catholic zealots in Kiva. Deal with them. Thank you. And some heretics. Now when Korea gets finished building that Earth rampart. Where the fuck is Korea anyway? It's this one here. Oh, they're almost done. 29th of September, they're done. Let's get them converted. We are losing money, but, well, we've got such a massive bankroll, so it doesn't really matter. 6% overextension, that'll go away in a week. There it goes. No overextension, and the religious are getting worked on. So now we're literally just waiting for 5 years. What are those French revolutionaries? Ugh, really? Alright, hop on in. You know what? That's actually does not have the supply limit for us. My bad. That one does. Can't believe this guy didn't build decent fucking forts. That just makes my job harder. Which, you know, probably makes sense. Alright, let's just rip through it. Thank you. Check out our diplomats. We've got a guy coming home from here, so we'll send him out again. Fabricate a claim on. What's this one? Zungaria. Go. But we don't necessarily need to fabricate claims, but it makes everything easier for us. There's 10 prestige. And you know what? Considering this wait time, we may actually be able to advance our administrative technology. They want a replacement, they can have a replacement. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Whoa, a lot of things just happened. They want to keep that guy, yeah, whatever. They want a replacement. Colony became self-sustaining. Cool. And how are our colonists? Okay. The disputed succession of Meinhard I has caused a pretender to raise an army. God is with Meinhard. Okay, so we've got some pretenders. That's fine. Not a problem. And we also have a new heir to the throne, Dietrich. Meinhard will probably die fairly shortly. He's only 58 years old. And Dietrich is actually pretty good. But Meinhard is giving us a very good thing. And we've got rebels in Mozambique. Really? Seriously? Where's our 3-star general? Now we do need to crush these guys fairly quickly because pretender rebels do eventually have issues with other things like that. And it seems like we're going to need to update some of our royal marriages. Oh, we've only got 6 of 8 diplomatic relations. That's because of that royal marriage thing. I'm not honestly too concerned about it because we do have a nice heir there. And of course we are still the imperial dude. The only issue here is it reduces our administrative power quite a bit. Well, our gain anyway. You know, I'm not terribly concerned about that. If they want a royal marriage, they'll come back at us. But what we can do now is pass the abolition of slavery. Where the fuck is Cafe we are? I forgot we even had missions. Yeah, sure, whatever, buddy. So the abolition of slavery. We needed less than 2% overextension and a diplomatic skill of 3 or more, which we have now. For 10 years, -1 missionary strength, -5 tech cost. And then for the rest of the game, -5 tax, -2.5 stability. We're doing it. That will also remove all the slaves from the map that we own. Like any province here which makes slaves. I mean, we've got a few. This one will now not have any slaves. And here's the event which actually brings that in. So, as slavery has been abolished in France, we need to find another way to earn a profit on Brackner. Hopefully our traders can figure something else out. So let's see if we can find Brackner. It's up here, in here. So currently it's unknown, and unknown in Borgu as well. That will eventually become something else. Hopefully something a little bit more profitable than slaves. But the good news is that it's further reduced the amount that we need to... Oh, excuse me. Oh, bit of a burp there. But that's reduced the amount that we'll actually have to spend on administrative tech to, you know, get our shit together. Unfortunately, it hasn't, of course, wiped out our truces. Where the fuck is Cafe we are, is it? It's our mission, and if we can't actually fulfill it... Yeah, we can't actually fulfill it without integrating these guys, so we'll cancel our mission. So for a year we won't be able to have it. That's fine. Don't care. Yep, so ivory is going to be produced in Borgu instead of slaves. Colony became self-sustaining. Good on it. Move the troops over to there. Let's see, do we have a colonist I can flip out? Yep. Yeah, whatever. And we'll send him into that one. Yeah, now we have this total land bridge through here, which is great. Lost a military leader. Got some grain. I just pause the damn game because these pop-ups are going to be quite prevalent. Let's advance our administrative tech. So now we have the grain depot. And the next level will give us some more production efficiency, which, you know, whatever. So we're going to build the grain depot in München, of course. Where is it? Ah, we don't have enough administrative power. So we just need to wait a little bit. You know, for the month to finish. Oh, YOLO abolished slavery. There we go, grain depot. Reduces our maintenance, reduces our... or increases our force limits for land. Oh, we no longer have that royal marriage with Canada. That's actually positive. Because it lets us declare war on them without a stability hit. When the truce runs out. Of course. Go help out our bros in Delhi. Did we win this fight? Yeah, it looks like we won this fight. No need to worry about rebels now. Yep, so As you can see, these pop-ups are fairly constant. Turkestan have been sowing discontent, but now we discovered them doing that, so we told them to fuck off. See what I mean about all these pop-ups? I mean, we are going at sort of the fastest rate possible, so in terms of time, so that is part of that, but yeah. I just hope that I don't click on something by accident. Oh, some gold in Damaraland, that's nice. You'd think if they knew that there was gold there, they wouldn't have done slaves in the first place. Should actually check on that. How is gold in relation to our other incomes? 55. Yeah, that shouldn't be any sort of inflationary issue. Oh, it is 2%, but well, we're currently in a net of minus 0.5%, 0.05%, sorry. It's fine. So one thing that this whole slavery thing does, or, you know, getting rid of slavery thing does, is if we were having trouble with having, you know, the strategic amounts, so if we came down here and went strategic goods, if we were having trouble with getting the trading bonus, I mean, we still have it in slaves for some reason. We're still the production leader in slaves. But if we were having some trouble with like grain or ivory or, you know, anything else that is actually getting produced down there now, this could help us because it would give us more provinces that would do that. See, we've now lost the effects of trading in slaves. That's fine. I mean, I don't think anybody else got it. No. Terra Austral is the leading producer of slaves and they produce 0, so there are no slaves left. And they said that the Germans were all bad. Self-sustaining provinces. Great, 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 great. Okay, we can finally take a mission on. Improve relations with Gujarat to get them up to 100. That'd give us free prestige. Claim our rival's province, Bukhara. That's 5 prestige and 25 military power. We're probably going to do that anyway. It's one of Turkestan's ones, so we'll just keep that in mind. Not a problem. Yeah, as soon as this guy finishes up in Tariz, we'll go and put a claim in on it. They want a replacement. But in the meantime, we just let that timer just rip on. Lose a general, gain a general. The notifications about the slavery and new resources are dying down now, so I think we've gotten rid of most of those. That one. That one was the increase in ship cost, but reduction in naval technology. Not that we're really in a position where we'll be getting it at any, you know, moment soon. We're more likely to pick up the next level of admin. Yep, great. That guy was sabotaging our reputation. That's why our Kanat and Rep took a dive. Yep, somebody just died in Bamberg, but they would like a... Julich would actually like a royal marriage. I'll offer that one to them. It'll still let me have one spare slot for a diplomatic relation should I need to vassalize someone. Good. This is the only province up here in... Sorry, we've got 2 provinces up in Siberia that we haven't got colonies in, but we need to wait for our other colonies to get completed before we send dudes up there. So we're back to playing the waiting game. Royal Marriage of Iceland died. Kurland would like a new one. Sure. I can spend 10 diplomatic power to save a merchant. Okay, we can send a guy out here. Now, which province was it? It was Bukhara. Yeah, he got discovered, but whatever. We have 60 imperial authority. Volga Bulgaria is still against the reform, but that 60 points of imperial authority should be increasing. Like, it should be making everybody happy with this sort of thing. 2 years until the truce of Kangaroo wears out. 4 years before Great Britain. Yep, okay, so our guy died, so now we have Dietrich here. He's a 522. That's fine. So now we're at -1 stability. We're going to have to fix that. We do have a new heir. A strong heir, only 8 years old, so that's perfect. And she's 353, which is pretty nice. Let's get that stability back up. It's only going to cost us 80. Let's get it up to +1. And we get some French revolutionaries, because of course we do. Piss off. Let's just have a quick look at those military buildings. Yeah. That should sort us. New Caledonia, self-sustaining, good on it. Easy win in that fight. Excuse me. Yeah, see, sometimes it really does just chug the dart. Wow. Even though we are on the highest speed, just to get this over and done with, really, because you don't want to sit around and watch nothing happen for 6 years, do you? I mean, if you do, okay. Still a weak claim there. Still a weak claim there. Well, no claim there, actually. So when exactly in the 19th of August? It's not too bad. I mean, we'll probably get to that date and then have to end the episode because it is actually quite close to the end of that. But you know what? That's fine. Because then... Okay, so we successfully completed that mission. Good work. Let's just check the missions before it does anything else. So now it wants us to take Bukhara. And that would give us prestige and admin power. The other options give us nothing important. So let's do it. And I'll also fabricate another claim on them. Which one is Bukhara? That one there. So we already have one on Shajui. We got one on Tariz. What about Uzkend? That was fairly cheap last time I checked. Okay, so let's see about moving troops in now that we've been building up these forts. I mean, there's no point having troops out, basically. Nice. You guys can head on over to Altay and I'll get the guys in Altay to move in there. So yeah. Not that there was any doubt about us being able to crush Turkestan at a moment's notice, but we really can crush Turkestan at a moment's notice. East Tunguska is done, and that's actually a colonist back. So I'll send him out to this one. No, can't do that just yet. This one we can. And you know what, they don't really have enough dudes up there for me to worry about them. Oh, I might just send a quick army over to various places, but you know. Yeah, that'll be fine. How are our other colonists doing? Amazingly. I'm going to pull this guy out of here. We want a replacement, sure. Send him into this one. And this guy, you know what, he's fine doing what he does. Um, 10 years of heresy or more tech cost. How close are we to tech? We're very close to administrative, so I'm going to say let them. Cavalry combat ability increased. We're 1 point short. There we go, improve technology. The next one gives us constitutional republic, next idea group, and administrative efficiency. Again, admin efficiency could be fairly handy, because the thing preventing us from taking most of Turkestan is the war score cost and not exactly the overextension. So we'll have to look into that. I believe our truce is going to... It's still a year away. Okay, you know what? Let's end the episode here. We do have some revolutionaries in Meath. We'll just deal with those first. Perfect. Alright. So we're going to end the episode right there. After I check... Yeah, I'm not going to wait that long for the next level of administrative tech. I mean, we're going to get it at some point anyway. And that will actually let us make the canals, if we so wish. Maybe. Right, so, with that in mind, if you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you would like to see more, well, go ahead and subscribe. In the meantime, though, I have been Sub, you have been yourselves. Later.